You're listening to a Big Finish production.
Okay, recording started.
An audio recording? I thought this was for a magazine article.
Oh, hey Adam, it's the 21st century. There is an online version too. You ready?
Go for it.
Okay. This is Jackie McGee, speaking from a submersible off the west coast of Scotland. Just room for the two of us. I'll ask my pilot to introduce himself and tell you what we're doing here. Adam?
I'm Professor Adam Merchant. I'm a marine geologist and archaeologist. And my team and I are conducting a survey of this area.
We are approaching the seabed and our lights are picking out rock formations below us.
Those rocks are basalt lava dating from the Paleogene era, about 60 million years ago. The remnants of violent volcanic eruptions.
What is the purpose of your survey?
This area hasn't been studied for over a century. We're using modern tech to map the seabed and we're drilling for mineral samples far deeper than was possible before. In fact, if you look to your left, you'll see our other submersible already engaged in that work. It's been specially adapted for drilling.
Can we take a closer look?
I'll take us over.
Okay, so I can see that they're drilling the rock immediately below them. Oh, hey, did you see that? That rock is cracking. Is that supposed to happen?
No, that's not supposed to happen.
It's going to break open.
Submersible 2, this is Adam. Maria, get out of there!
There's something in that rock. Some kind of light.
Never seen anything like this! Whoa! We're stabilising. You all right?
Yeah. I think so. Well, that was something. The rock seemed to explode outward. Some pieces hit us, but we're okay. I'm glad to say that the other submersible seems to be in one piece too.
They backed off just in time. What grief was that?
This is incredible. Must have been inside the rock. We're looking at... I don't know. It looks like a stone arch, and it's glowing, giving off this bright light.
It's covered in symbols. Carvings.
Okay, now it stopped glowing.
It looks man-made, but it can't be. I told you, that rock is around 60 million years old. It's over 59 million years too early for Homo sapiens.
Maybe not man-made.
Then what?
I know people whose job it is to deal with things like this. Someone I should put you in touch with. Their name's Kate Stewart.
Hello, Osgood.
It's a grand view, isn't it?
And a familiar one. My father was stationed in Edinburgh for a time when I was a little girl. So, how are the arrangements coming along?
The arch is secure. I've set up the lab and we're ready to begin when you are. Except I'm told Professor Merchant isn't happy, to say the least.
I'll speak with him.
Want me to come with you?
No, I'll deal with this. You get back to the lab. Professor Merchant, hello. I'm Kate Stewart. Glad to meet you. It's nice to put a face to the voice.
I spoke to you as a favour to Jackie. Where is she?
Gone to her parents' house. I've promised her the story if there's one we can go public with. You go back a long way, I gather.
We were at Herrick Watt together. We're good friends. That's why I trusted her when she said you could help.
We can.
There are rules about the ownership of marine artifacts, laws. When I accepted your offer, I didn't expect the Arch and me to be whisked away in the dead of night in some damned military convoy, driven across Scotland and locked up under Edinburgh Castle.
Professor, may I call you Adam?
Professor will do. What do I call you? Colonel? General?
Kate would be lovely. I'm not a soldier. This isn't a military base. It's a scientific facility. We have a few across the country.
Who's we?
UNIT. The Unified Intelligence Task Force. We have a military aspect, but science leads. In the person of me.
Really?
I had you brought here because your marine expertise could be invaluable. We had to move quickly, and I was limited in what I could tell you on the phone.
I don't know.
Let me show you our facilities. That might help you decide. Hello, Osgood.
Hello, Mom. And Professor Merchant, I presume.
That's right.
Osgood is our lead scientist.
Delighted to meet you, Professor. You're a marine geologist and archaeologist. That's impressive.
I started out in archaeology, mainly in the Mediterranean and the Aegean. Lately, I specialise in geology. What's your area of science?
Oh, I'm a generalist, and I mostly stick to dry land. So any help you can give would be marvellous.
I see you've put the Arch in that side room.
That's the test and experimental area.
Can I go in?
Please.
It's even more striking out of the water. These strange designs.
Oh, please don't touch it. We need to scan it thoroughly before it's handled, just in case.
In case of what?
It was glowing when it was found. There could be residual power, dangerous to the touch.
Have you seen anything like those designs before?
I excavated a 3,000-year-old Egyptian wreck at the bottom of the Med one time. We found relics with hieroglyphs. It's about as close as I've come to anything like this. But those aren't hieroglyphs.
No, they're not. Nor any other known pictographic system.
So long as you don't try and tell me they're alien. You're not laughing.
Well, at this stage, alien seems likely. A stone arch that gives off a glowing light covered with unrecognized symbols dating from 60 million years ago. Well, it's not human.
Aliens in the Paleogene era.
Yeah, different civilizations develop at different times across the galaxies. It's very possible.
You talk like aliens are an everyday thing for you.
Not every day. Only most days.
Will you help?
I admit you've caught my interest. All right. Yes, I'll do what I can.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Professor.
You can call me Adam. Just don't try and convince me that little green lizard people planted this thing.
Oh, not lizard people, no.
I'm glad to hear it.
No, it's way too late for it to have been Silurians.
What?
Anyway, let's go back into the lab and get the first test started.
We'll start with a full molecular scan of the arch.
That's clever.
We have some clever tech. Here we go. This'll take a minute or two.
Adam, could you help us more precisely date the arch and the area it was found in?
I sure can, though I'd need rock from where the arch was found.
Well, our people recovered samples when they brought the arch up. Here.
Excellent. Yes, it's basalt, which is igneous, ideal for radiometric dating. I should be able to narrow it down to the nearest century at least.
Oh, that's remarkable.
You're not the only ones with clever tech.
The scan's complete. The results will come up on this screen. That's strange right away. It looks like rock. There are traces of silicon, mica, and iron in there, but also several minerals that are unidentified. I'm seeing synthetic materials. I'll get the computer to show the data as an image, a bit like an X-ray. Oh.
What's that? It looks like circuitry.
It isn't just stone. It's technology.
I need to take another look at it.
Adam? No, Professor!
It's stone.
Well, that's what it looks like, on the outside at least.
It must have had some purpose. These designs carved into it might give us a clue, if we could decipher them.
I know some paleographers who could help with that. Language has patterns, These symbols could have similarities with other ancient pictograms and ideograms.
Adam, that's close enough.
This symbol under the top of the arch is similar to something I've seen on Greek artifacts. And this one...
Don't touch it!
Oh, that was blinding.
Professor Merchant, Adam, he's gone. He took the full force of whatever that was.
He pressed one of those symbols and it seemed to act like a switch or a trigger. Do you think he was vaporized?
Until I studied the event, I've got no idea what happened to him.
I can't see. I can't see. What's this? Where am I? Hello? Anyone? Please. Oh, please, someone help me. I'm blind. I don't know where I am. I don't know how I got here. Please, please. What's this? Is this the arch? Ah! Oh! Stay back! Keep back! Shoo! Go away! Dog! Oh!
Leave him to me. I know what to do. If you ask me, this isn't worth the effort.
As it happens, 3, no one did ask you.
Then they should. 4, would you all just shut up? We carry on, however long it takes.
Hello? Hello there?
Finally! You're awake. Hello there.
Oh, thank goodness. Another human being.
Well,
I'm sorry, but I can't see you. Oh, I can't see anything.
you arrived in a very bright light. I saw it a mile away. I'm hopeful the effects will be temporary.
Those animals.
What animals?
I think they might have been, I don't know, wolves or something. Then I thought I heard a noise. Oh, I felt the sting.
I found you on the ground and brought you here. There were no animals.
Oh, they must have gone. I can't thank you enough. But who are you? And where am I?
I'm afraid I can't help you much with where we are. I'm a lost soul, like you. I arrived the same way a long time ago now.
You came through the arch?
It's all a bit hazy, to be honest. Your journey affected your eyesight, but with me, it affected my memory. I've no recollection of exactly how I got here, or my life at all before this world.
Wait. This world?
You're not on Earth anymore. I'm not sure where it is, but it's a long way from there.
I must be hallucinating. I was standing under the arch in the laboratory. There was a bright light. Then I was here.
My best guess is that the arch is some kind of portal. The arch here is connected to another one on Earth, forming a bridge.
This is crazy. But if what you're saying is right, can I get back?
The portal can only be opened from the Earth side. I tried for a long time to open it from here, but it can't be done.
How long have you been here?
I can't say for certain. My memory, you know. But a long time.
That must have been tough on you and your friends.
Friends.
I heard you talking outside.
Oh. Yes, there's a group of us. We came through together.
Wait a minute. You came through the arch. But the arch I came through was buried for millions of years.
Then it can't be the same one, can it?
Oh, so I didn't know someone else had come in.
Oh, now you do then, don't you? 3, don't be rude. Leave us alone. Please. That's better.
He's gone. He left very quietly.
Oh, he can be quiet when he makes the effort.
You called him 3.
It's a kind of shorthand. We use numbers in the place of names we've forgotten. I'm 11, and the others, they're not always around. But 3's right. We must have come here through another arch if yours was buried long ago. However, enough about that for now. You need something to eat. I've got something for you. It's a broth made from the local flora. If you put out your hand, I'll give you the bowl.
Thank you. Oh, it's not very appetizing.
But it is nutritious. I'm afraid you'll have to get used to it. It's all we've got for food.
Oh, I can get used to it.
You said you were in a laboratory. That's interesting. Tell me about it. Tell me the story of how you got here.
I suppose I don't have anything else to do.
Spare no details.
All right. Well, I'm a marine geologist, you see, and I was investigating.
Anything so far?
As it happens, yes. I found particles of soil on the floor, immediately under the arch, that weren't there before.
Soil. Definitely new.
This laboratory is a sterile environment. Whatever happened with the arch, it brought those particles into the room. If something was brought in, I'm thinking Adam was taken out.
Taken? You mean like a teleport?
If Adam had been zapped, disintegrated, there would be residue of some kind, even at the atomic level. But there's nothing. I think he was taken. I think that arch is either a teleport or a gateway.
But a gateway to where?
Wherever it is, Adam could be there now, alive.
If he is, we're getting him back. Keep working on it. And in the meantime... Yeah, put Captain Carter on, please. Josh, it's Kate. I need you in the lab. Put together a team, and you'll need survival suits.
Adam, careful. Here, I'll put those back.
Thank you.
I told you, don't be too proud to ask for help.
I may need to get used to it.
You'll get your sight back. In the same way, I regained some of my memories.
It's been almost 2 days now. But I do get flashes of light. Maybe if I remove the bandage...
Keep it on. I told you, leave your eyes to heal. Be patient.
All right.
Now, shall we head over to the arch?
Again?
Well, these unit people you told me about, they seem resourceful, and I doubt they'd abandon you. If they reopen the arch, we need to be there.
And if they never come?
Then we've got a daily exercise regime, walking to the arch and back. Give me a hand.
Just you and me this time?
The others might join us. Why?
Some of your friends, they make me nervous. Especially Mr. Six.
Oh, Six hasn't been here for a while. You've nothing to worry about from my friends.
Survival suit checks complete, ma'am. We're ready to go.
Josh, there's no telling what you'll find through there, or any guarantee you'll come back. I can't order you or any of your team to do this.
I appreciate that. But this is UNIT. The unexpected is what we signed up for.
Just take care.
Osgood, tell us where you want us.
Head into the test room and I'll seal the door. When Adam disappeared, he pressed the triangular symbol at the top of the left side of the arch. Hopefully, that will work again, and if you have one of your team maintain pressure, that will presumably keep the gateway open.
Hopefully. Presumably.
I'm sorry I can't offer more certainty.
It's fine.
When you get there, assess the environment, and if Adam's there, bring him back, but don't linger. I don't want to lose you as well.
Understood. All right, team. Helmets on. Move out. See you soon.
You're quite sure we're not sending them in there to be atomized?
Sure. No, not completely.
Haven't we waited long enough?
Oh, haven't we waited long enough? No, we haven't. And we'll wait twice as long if needs be.
Is that you, Mr. Four? I recognise the patronising tone.
Oh, well done. Yes, it's me.
Leave this to me, Four. You should leave him to me. Leave him to me.
You! Stay away from me.
6. No, we don't need him. 6, all of you. Stay out of this. It's all right. 6 will be quieter now.
I'd prefer it if he left. What's that?
The arch is energizing. I think Unit might be coming for you. What?
I can see the light from the arch. Through the cloth. I think I might... Ah! Yes! I can see! Oh, thank goodness!
I'm very pleased for you.
Oh, Mr. 11, I can see you too! Well, where are the others? Where are your friends, Mr. 6, Mr. 4?
They left.
But they were just here. They were right here. How could they possibly...
I told you we don't need him. Let me fix him.
It's you. It's always been just you.
I'll fix him now before they get here. You do no such things.
Something's wrong with you.
Right, we made it. Well, that's a good start. Squad, take up defensive. Professor Merchant.
Who are you?
Captain Josh Carter, unit. We're here to rescue you. Now, we've got to be... Well, who the blazes are you?
A castaway. Like Adam.
Captain, this man...
Look, it can wait. We need to get you back before that thing closes again. Come on. And you, sir. Quickly.
Here they come. They've got him.
Well, that was surreal and scary, but mission accomplished.
Good job, Josh. And welcome back, Professor.
It's good to be back. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. I can't tell you how grateful I am.
Captain, you appear to have picked up another traveller.
He was with the Professor.
You're Kate Stewart, yes? Adam told me about you.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
I'm a little foggy on details. I was trapped through there like Adam. I've been looking after him for the last day or so.
A day? He's only been gone a few hours.
Really? Different time streams. Yes, it would have to be.
That's an interesting remark.
Don't trust this man.
Adam, please, didn't I care for you? Didn't I feed you?
Yes. But
He was badly shaken up coming through the arch. He was even blinded. It may have affected his reasoning.
my reasoning. You were the one talking to yourself in different voices.
Really?
Well, talking to myself perhaps, but I'd been alone for so long. Of course I was, wouldn't you? Adam, are you feeling quite well?
I'm fine.
Really?
You've both been through an ordeal, and I'd like to know much more about yours. Captain Carter, would you take this gentleman to my office?
Yes, ma'am.
Make sure someone's with him at all times.
Am I a prisoner?
Oh, you're a guest. Whom we need to know more about.
This way, sir.
Oh,
Adam, Are you all right?
Sorry. Had a dizzy spell there.
You need to be checked over.
So long as it doesn't take too long.
No, it shouldn't. I'll take you to an examination room.
If you'd wait here, sir.
Thank you, Captain Carter, yes? You have a position of importance.
I'm the senior military officer here.
Noted. Can I ask, the laboratory I arrived into, is it a sterile area?
It is. Why do you ask? Afraid of catching germs?
Something like that.
Kate will see you shortly. In the meantime, Private Roberts will be outside. So don't be trying to leave, eh?
Of course. Oh, well done from one prison to another. This is all going terribly well. Oh, now 3. That's not entirely fair. This situation is a considerable improvement. I am exactly where we need to be. On this side of the arch. Now, we just need the rest of the plan to work. For Adam Merchant to play his part.
I told you, I feel fine.
You're pale and your heart rate's high. We should get you a full examination by one of our medical staff.
If I need a doctor, I'll see my GP. I want to leave. I've had enough of this place and of UNIT. I don't want anything more to do with that arch and whatever it's about.
Look,
Hello again, Adam. How are we doing?
he says he wants to go.
I'd rather you didn't. Safest all round.
I won't feel safe until I'm well out of this place.
Well, we can talk about that, but I wanted to ask you about that man who came through with you.
Mr. 11.
11? That's a funny name.
It's not the only funny thing about him.
You said something about him talking in different voices?
He's been there a long time. It must have affected his mind. Some kind of split personality.
Tell us everything you can remember after you went through the arch, including about this Mr. 11.
Private Roberts? I'm sorry to be a nuisance, but I need to get back to your laboratory. You won't mind if I take your firearm. It's not like you'll have any use for it now. Or anything else.
Entirely different voices.
I would have sworn they were different people. Until I saw it was just him.
With different personalities.
And he said he had no idea of where he'd come from and how he'd got there.
Through the arch. Or another arch, at least.
Memory loss. That's convenient.
Possibly, but if he'd been there for some time, it's entirely...
Kate, are you there?
Josh? What is it?
I left Private Roberts guarding our mate Mr. 11. I just found him dead on the floor, and Mr. 11's done a runner.
He killed someone. I knew he was strange, but a murderer.
I'm coming to you, Josh. Sound the alarm, and just in case, activate the laboratory countermeasures.
Will do. Out.
Come on, Osgood.
Adam?
Sorry. Feeling dizzy again.
What's that?
What? Oh,
There's some kind of residue on your palm.
feels like glue. There must have been something on the bed rail.
I don't think so. But look, stay here. I've got to go. I'll check you over when I get back.
Wait a minute.
I won't be long.
Oh, I've had enough of this.
their laboratory is at the end of this corridor.
We'll kill anyone who doesn't do exactly as they're told. Then activate the arch.
This time, I agree, 6. What? No! They've blocked it!
They must have found the unlucky private. What's the great plan now, then? Because I hear Boots coming this way.
We have to get out of here, but we'll be back!
He got away.
He was one step ahead of us.
Next time, we should use the castle dungeons.
If I can use your keyboard.
Feel free.
This is the castle CCTV. There he is. Bottom left, among a group of tourists, heading out of the gate.
Onto the streets of Edinburgh.
We have to find him, and quickly. We also need to arrange extra security for the arch. I want a contingency plan for its removal to London.
Leave it all to me.
Those aren't our only problems.
What do you mean?
Look again at the CCTV. Top left. Also heading out of the castle.
Oh, no. Adam.
Who is it?
Jackie, it's me.
Adam? What are you doing here? Hey, are you all right? 'Cause you don't look too good.
I'm fine. Just a little shaken. Are you alone?
Yeah.
Good. I wanted to talk to you on your own. No one else will believe it.
What's this about?
I've got a story for you. About that arch. People need to know this.
So, this is the plan, is it? Wander the streets aimlessly.
Do you mind,
7. I'm thinking.
You're right there, sir.
Perfectly, go away.
Hold on.
What?
I was just concerned. You look agitated. Talking to yourself. Have we had a bit to drink, have we?
What are you?
What am I? I'm a police officer.
A guardian of some kind? Like the Chancellery Guard?
The what?
Bored with you now.
Oh! Okay, don't be silly now, sir. Put the gun down.
Kill him. Do it. Shoot him.
With pleasure.
Let's not be hasty.
Are you alright?
If this man is a guardian, that means he has authority. He could be useful.
You could have a point.
Okay, come on. Okay, gun down, eh?
I don't need a gun to hold your attention.
Eh?
My voice is enough. Listen to my voice.
Listen.
From this moment, you are going to serve us.
Serve
You are going to do exactly as we say, without question. Is that understood?
Perfectly understood, sir.
Splendid.
An alien world.
The Arch sent me there. Another world. It's real.
Hey, it's okay. I believe you. I believe you.
Those unit people. They're going to cover it up. I know they are. Aren't you interested? You're a journalist, for goodness sake. I'll go elsewhere if you're not.
Hey, no, I'm interested. Of course I am. It's just, I know Unit. I know Kate Stewart. Her heart's in the right. Oh, Adam, you're not well. What is that? Ew.
I don't know.
It's growing on your hands, Adam. You need medical help.
No. I'll go to the bathroom. Wash it off. I told you. I'm fine.
You're really not. Kate, it's Jackie. You need to come here. Now.
It's not coming off. God, why won't it come off? Oh. What's happening to me?
Hello, Jackie.
Hi, Kate. Osgood. Thanks for coming so fast. But I'm afraid he's gone.
What happened?
He went to the bathroom before I called you. Didn't look well. A few minutes ago I went to check on him. Looks like he climbed out the window.
Why?
I think he was afraid. And I don't blame him. Let me show you.
Good grief, what is this?
It looks like cobwebs. Thicker, though.
Adam came in here to wash his hands. He had this gloop on them. Stringy. A bit like this stuff.
I saw something like that on his hands.
You haven't touched it, have you?
Are you joking?
Good. We'll get a containment team out here to clear it and take samples.
It looks tough, almost like cable. Well, they might be able to burn it away, I suppose.
Finding Adam is now at least as high a priority as finding his friend, Mr. 11.
Oh no.
You okay back there? What's that?
Please. I don't think you should touch it.
A bit weak. Can I take you to the... What the hell?
Oh no, please! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Oh, it's not my fault. It's not my fault!
Any further unit responding to incident at Dalkeith Road, stand down.
Sir,
What?
you asked me to listen out for unusual incidents. The taxi driver has been found dead in Dalkeith Road, covered in stuff like cobwebs, they're saying.
It started. Though you're a bit late, Adam.
The military are getting involved. Our people are being told to stand down.
Take me there.
Well,
It's the same web substance we saw at Jackie's, all over his body. And there's plenty of it in the back of his taxi, too.
It couldn't be the Yeti thing again, could it?
No, the chemical composition looks completely different, and the toxicity is new. It's even reached this poor chap's internal organs. It smothered and killed him almost immediately.
Well, why didn't it kill Adam?
He could be a carrier, perhaps with some level of immunity.
he must have been contaminated on the other side of the arch. But we'll only find out how when we find him.
There they are. Unit. Probably wondering what they can possibly do next.
What now, sir?
Take the next street on the right.
It's a pity there's no opportunity to take that Stuart female prisoner. She might be coerced to cooperate.
There's no chance of that while she's... Wait. There's web on that post.
It's a street lamp, sir.
And on the next one along, Adam came this way. He must have been weak, using the posts for support. What's that ahead?
The hill. It's called Artist's Seat.
That's where he's gone, then. Drive. Were you hoping to hide away here all night?
You! Stay away from me.
But you look so ill.
I think I killed a man. I didn't mean to.
That's the fault of the unit, people. I'm sorry. I would have told you when we first met, but I didn't know if I could trust you, if you were one of them.
What are you talking about?
The Arch made you sick. The unit knew it would. They knew when they sent you through.
They didn't send me through. It's an accident.
You were manipulated, just as I was.
You killed someone back at the castle.
Wait, is that what they told you? Oh, Adam, it's all lies. I didn't kill anyone. And there are other arches, but they're controlled by UNIT. They're an experimental device for transporting people across huge distances in an instant, but they make you ill. I was ill too. Then I came up with something that can help. Here, drink this.
What is it?
Drink. Not too much. It will stabilize your condition and stop you producing this toxin.
What's happened to me?
The arch changes your metabolism. It can also have psychological effects. My voices, I couldn't cure that. Sorry if I frightened you.
No. I'm sorry if I reacted badly. You know, I feel a little better already.
The antidote is temporary, but I have more on the other side of the arch. I have to get back to it.
You want to go through again? But if it makes you sick...
It's done its worst, but I need to bring back more antidote. You'll need more in due course. I need you to help me get there.
How can I do that?
Go back to UNIT, to the laboratory. Say you've changed your mind and you want to help after all. Once you're inside, you can get me in too.
I don't know if they'll take me now.
Well, you can try. Sorry.
It's all right. I'll do what I can.
Just get me into that laboratory, close to the arch.
I'll see what I can... What's that, down there?
Where?
People with torches. Coming up the hill.
UNIT. They must have found the trail you left in the street and followed it here like I did.
They're coming this way.
Come with me. I have a vehicle. I want you back with UNIT, but they mustn't find you with me. Come on. Keep down. When I'm sure it's clear, we'll go down the track.
Right. Tell me something. If those arches are UNIT things, how did one finish up buried beneath a prehistoric lava field?
Who knows? The arches affect space-time. Perhaps it was transported there by accident. We can discuss it later.
Oh, there's someone there.
Quiet.
Too late to be quiet. Why don't you step out? Greyhound 1 calling Greyhound 2.
Greyhound 2, go ahead.
Josh, I found Adam, and for a bonus, our killer is with him. I'm on the dirt track in search sector 4. Come and join me, would you? Quick as you like.
I'm on my way.
I wouldn't run if I were you. We've got the whole area covered.
We've no need to run.
Adam, you look a lot healthier than I was led to expect.
He gave me medicine.
You can't trust him. You know he killed one of my people.
He says he didn't kill anyone.
You heard the radio message from Captain Carter.
I'm sure it was cleverly done.
He's told me all about you. About how the arches are a UNIT experiment.
That's nonsense. Oh, the police. That's useful.
Can I help you, ma'am?
Yes, you can, officer. I'm with UNIT. This man is a dangerous... Oh, stop! What are you doing? Oh, it's like that, is it? What have you done to him?
I've enlightened him.
Some kind of hypnosis, is it? Is that what you have in mind for me?
Oh, possibly. But not here. We have to leave and you're coming with us. Time for you to go to sleep.
Adam, you're being...
What did you do?
Oh, a simple technique. Trapping the nerves in the neck. She'll be unconscious for a while. Put her in the rear of the vehicle. The very rear.
Sir.
Using you to get access to the arch required good fortune. Kate Stewart may make it far easier if she can be persuaded, and I think she can, with the right incentive.
I don't like this.
Get in the car.
Can I trust you?
They're coming. Get in.
This was her search sector. Where is she?
Kate! Finally, you're back with us.
Hello, Mr. 11.
Oh, just 11 will do.
Lovely place you've got here. Could do with a lick of paint.
It has all the necessary features. Empty and a long way from anyone who might hear you shout. Or scream.
It's going to be one of those conversations, is it?
Oh, that's entirely up to you.
Where's Adam?
None of your business. Now, no need for that, not yet. Tell her what we want. I will. 3.
Oh, was that one of your voices Adam mentioned? The numbers thing is nicely enigmatic.
To answer your question, Adam's outside with the officer. I wanted us to be alone. You're going to provide me with information and access to the Arch.
Am I?
If you don't cooperate, my other selves have different opinions on how best to obtain information and cooperation. Through mental influence, as with the police officer, or the application of pain. That's 6's thing. Pain. Oh, you better hope 6 doesn't get to be the one to force you to help.
What is that with the voices? Is it really a split personality?
It's called regenerative dissonance. My previous selves and I coexist.
Previous selves? Regenerative dissonance?
I do not expect you to comprehend.
Regenerative as in regeneration?
How can you know about regeneration?
Are you? You are, aren't you? You're a Time Lord.
Coded lock sequence entered. The arch is secure.
Osgood,
Any news?
there's no trace of Kate anywhere. It's been 3 hours.
3 hours. That means...
That means we invoke the Lionheart Protocol.
How do you know about Time Lords?
There are 11 of you in there, all at once. You must be exhausted. I found dealing with just one can be tiring enough.
We should wipe that smile off her face. Please, don't upset them. They can be so nasty when they're angry.
That's quite enough of you, 8.
Last one sounds different.
He's right, though. We can be nasty.
Oh, I know just how nasty Time Lords can be. I've met the Master. Also that regeneration known as Missy.
So you do know us.
Fortunately, most of my experiences have been with a much kinder, if infuriating, example of your kind. He calls himself the Doctor.
Well, now.
You're a friend of the Doctor. Forcing your cooperation will be even more fun than we thought.
Look, if I knew what you wanted, I might even be able to help you. What is the Arch? And what do you want it for?
It's a gateway. You don't need to know anything else.
A gateway to where exactly?
Next question.
All right. Adam was sick, some condition producing a toxic web. Was that your work?
He was infected with a toxin that we placed in his food. I have some here.
He thought we were providing him with a nutritious broth.
I prepared it myself from an old recipe. Very old and clever. Not that clever, 7. It was supposed to activate once he returned through the arch. That was unfortunate.
What do you mean, activate?
The serum was harmless on the far side of the arch. It's engineered to become toxic in the presence of a base level of carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide is a byproduct in the atmosphere of level 2 technological societies. The toxin should have been activated as soon as he arrived, killing those in his vicinity. Unfortunately, the sterile environment of your laboratory meant that the activation was delayed.
Why kill anyone at all?
To eradicate everyone near the arch, so that we could proceed with our plans.
What plans?
I think we've said more than enough for now, all of us.
I don't know, one. We've made the point that we're willing to kill and have the means to do it. Adam is still a carrier.
But he said you'd cured him.
Not quite. I gave him this antitoxin, which can suppress the sickness for a short time, at least.
So he's in remission, not cured.
His condition will return. He's a weapon. One we will use again if you do not facilitate our access to the arch.
11.
I said we were not to be disturbed.
No, listen. I was checking the news on my phone to see if there was anything about her, and they're saying city centre streets are being closed for a military convoy leaving the castle.
Show me.
There are live pictures. Land Rovers, a police escort, and this truck, see, with a crate on the back.
They're moving the arch.
It's the Lionheart Protocol.
It's what?
When a senior unit member has been missing for 3 hours or more, it's assumed they've been compromised. Any artifact connected to their abduction should be protected. In this case, that means getting the arch out of your reach.
The policeman checked the police radio channel. The convoy's heading for Edinburgh Airport. A unit aircraft is waiting to take the crate to London.
Looks like you've lost.
Not at all. This is an opportunity. Could we reach this airport before the convoy?
It's not far, and they're travelling from the city centre.
Rejoin the officer. We'll be with you in a moment.
Right.
Your people have made a mistake bringing the arch into the open. I'm going to relieve them of it, and you're going to help me.
I don't think so.
With the remains of this toxin, I could infect many more humans. Either I get the arch, or within days, hundreds, even thousands in this city will be dead. Does that convince you?
I won't help if it costs even one unit life.
Oh, there's no reason it should.
I don't seem to have much choice then, do I?
The convoy should arrive shortly. They'll use that security gate.
Good. We'll join the rear of the convoy, just another escort vehicle. They'll go straight to your aircraft?
Unit has a Hercules transporter here. They'll load the crate onto that and take off as soon as they can.
We'll let them load it. Then I'll make my move.
What if someone stops us?
She has her unit credentials to get us through. Just remember, no tricks, no heroics.
I understand. So long as you remember, no one dies. Adam? Adam, are you all right?
I don't feel so good. Here they come.
Get ready.
Pilot, the cargo is secure. You can start the engines.
Roger that.
Kate! Well, that's wonderful. What happened? Oh.
Hello again.
I'm sorry, Osgood.
I'll take over from here. You and the others get out.
Kate!
It's all right. It's all right. Do as he says.
If it helps you make up your mind, officer,
Sir?
take Adam by the hand.
Yes, sir.
No, don't touch him. He's sick again. Contagious.
No! Oh, no!
That was by way of a demonstration.
You said you wouldn't kill anyone.
I said I wouldn't kill any of your people, but I didn't necessarily mean that either. Who's next?
Osgood, all of you, go. Go.
You're sure?
Off you go. Shoo.
All right.
Shut the door.
You made me kill that man.
I said you'd be useful like this, and you are.
Maybe I should shake your hand.
Oh, getting brave, are we? It won't work on me.
We're taxiing for takeoff.
Better hold on tight then.
Good luck, Kate.
I'm sorry, Kate. He lied to me.
You thought he'd make you better.
I still might if he behaves. Or I might watch him kill more and more and more. Concentrate on the task in hand, 6, which is the arch. You, open that crate.
Now you've got the arch, what do you plan to do with it?
You'll see. Everyone will see. Now, open it.
Gladly.
Stay exactly where you are. Don't move or we'll shoot.
What?
I won't tell you again. Right decision. Hold him.
Not fair! You tricked me!
This is the real Lionheart Protocol. After 3 hours, offer a diversion to draw the kidnapper out into the open. Well done, Josh.
My pleasure.
Help me.
I can help you. He has 2 glass vials on him. Toxin and antitoxin.
The sickness comes back stronger each time. He'll need much more antitoxin than that. Only I can provide it.
Why don't I believe you?
I'm telling the truth, as you'll find out if you give that to him. It really isn't enough. Not now.
Adam,
What's happening to the professor?
the web contaminant is growing on him. Dripping from him.
I told you it comes back stronger.
Let her go.
I don't think so. Lower the gun, or I'll snap her neck.
Don't, Josh.
Ma'am, I have no choice.
I love you. Please help me.
I can't help you, Adam, and I don't want to. The toxin is accelerating. Soon you'll be producing copious amounts of web. You'll stay here, and you'll contaminate the aircraft and everyone on it.
No.
It will spread quickly, too quickly for you to save yourselves by landing. This is a life-preserving device?
Yeah, it's a parachute, yes.
I only need one. Let's get rid of the others. I was going to throw you out, Kate Stewart, but you can stay here and die with the others.
No.
Adam!
Don't be a fool, Adam! Let go!
I'm not staying here to kill these people. I'm going. And you're coming with me.
No!
You couldn't have stopped him.
I don't think he would have wanted me to. That was one of the bravest things I've ever seen. He saved us all. Yeah, all right, I'll be here. They're going to get him to call me back.
Right.
Kate, Osgood. Bad news, I'm afraid.
Still no sign?
They called off the search. They've recovered Adam's body, but there's no sign of the 11.
So he might have survived.
We were over the ocean. Currents could have carried the body anywhere, but yes, he might have survived.
Well, we should proceed on that assumption and keep the arch tightly protected.
How are you getting on with analysing the toxin and antitoxin?
There are organic components I can't identify. I need to know more to synthesize the antitoxin, which we'll need if the 11 uses the toxin again. The web's not only infectious, it's really strong. The clear-up team tried everything and eventually had to use a strong acid to dissolve it.
It's the sort of thing Lieutenant Sullivan could help with.
And we had the same thought, but he's abroad.
At a conference in Australia, giving a talk on UFO sightings. I called to speak to him, and they're going to get him to well, that'll be him now. Hello, Harry. Oh?
Harry Sullivan, international troubleshooter, eh?
Sam will be jealous.
Just a bit.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Osgood, get packing. We're going to Australia. There's been an interesting development.
What kind of development?
Unit Australia have enlisted Harry's help with a UFO sighting in the Australian desert. And the last alien species you'd expect to find in that heat.
Who?
Ice warriors.
You have been listening to Unit Nemesis, The Enemy Beyond, written by Andrew Smith. Kate Stewart was played by Gemma Redgrave. Osgood, Ingrid Oliver. Josh Carter, James Joyce. The 11, Mark Bonar. Adam Merchant and police officer, James McCallum. Jackie McGee, Tracy Wiles. Other roles played by members of the cast. Director, Ken Bentley. Producers, Emily Cook and David Richardson. Sound design and music, Howard Carter. Script editor, John Dorney. Executive producers, Nicholas Briggs and Jason Haig-Ellery.
I'm Emily Cook, and I'm one of the producers on Unit Nemesis 1, Between Two Worlds.
It looks like a stone arch, and it's glowing, giving off this bright light.
It's covered in symbols. Carvings.
The series kicks off with The Enemy Beyond by Andrew Smith, and I really loved this episode for its setting. I mean, first of all, I think it sets up the series really well in terms of the mysteries that we have to unfold as the series goes on. What's the series arc? In this case, it is an actual arch, which I quite liked. But also in terms of the literal setting of this episode, I love the fact that it's set in Edinburgh. Edinburgh is one of my favourite cities, if not my ultimate favourite city in the whole world. And I think it's brought to life so vividly in this episode, and I just think it's a brilliant setting for a unit story. So I loved that about episode 1.
It's a grand view, isn't it?
And a familiar one. My father was stationed in Edinburgh for a time when I was a little girl.
I'm Andrew Smith. I'm one of the script editors on Unit Nemesis, and I wrote episode 1 and episode 4 of the first box set. I mean, my starting point for the thing was I was kind of keen to have a story in Scotland, make use of Edinburgh Castle. But I knew, for instance, that it still is a working military barracks. I actually gave a presentation to the military there one time and had a nice meal in the officers' mess. So it's just that's a nice location, and Edinburgh's a nice location. Although we don't exploit the city too much in the story. But it's a nice setting. And I did some research as well about the prehistoric lava groups and the Paleocene era, where the arch is buried.
Those rocks are basalt lava dating from the Paleogene era, about 60 million years ago. The remnants of violent volcanic eruptions. I'm James McCallum, and I'm playing the part of Adam Merchant. When I accepted your offer, I didn't expect the Arch and me to be whisked away in the dead of night in some damned military convoy, driven across Scotland and locked up under Edinburgh Castle. So Adam is a marine archaeologist and geologist, which is noted in the script. That's very impressive. So he's a man of science who spends a lot of time underwater poking around interesting old artifacts. So I approached it as someone who's very engaged by science and who's, I think to spend all your life underwater in glass bubbles takes a real sort of passion for what you're doing. So someone who's very passionate about his specific field of knowledge, but also science in general. So I am very interested in I'd say probably rather than science, I'm a big generalist. So I'm very interested in learning as much as I possibly can about anything. This symbol under the top of the arch is similar to something I've seen on Greek artifacts. And this one...
Don't touch it!
I like acting in audio because of the sheer diversity of stories you can tell. There's something about acting in audio and then as an audience member listening to it. With very little, you can really sort of trigger people's imagination and conjure up really diverse worlds. So we can, I love the fact that from my bedroom, with my microphone and headphones, I can sort of conjure up an alien planet, and then with the help of sound design, we can be suddenly then under Edinburgh Castle or, flying in a plane. Or I love just sort of the breadth of imagination that you can bring to audio work.
The unit stories are, they're real adventure. They tend to be real adventure stories. And And our lead characters are human beings who have to rely on human ingenuity and not the universe or alien races beyond those that UNIT have encountered in the past.
The scripts were already pretty well developed by the time I came on board, so I was able to read all 4 and get an instant overview for this series. And it very much feels like a fresh, brand new era for UNIT, which is very exciting. But what particularly struck me about this series and what particularly excited me about this series is just how vast it feels. Vast in terms of the characters that we have appearing and reappearing, both old and new, but also vast in terms of its setting and the places that we visit.
I think he was taken. I think that arch is either a teleport or a gateway.
But a gateway to where?
Wherever it is, Adam could be there now, alive.
If he is, we're getting him back. Keep working on it.
I thought this particular script was really interesting. I thought it was quite a fun adventure. Obviously, there's plenty of good action. It's interesting to see the 11, particularly, in all his various personalities, sort of come to the fore and try and manipulate his way back into planet Earth, and especially into undoing UNIT and everything that's going on there. I really enjoyed this particular episode. I thought it was quite exciting.
Haven't we waited long enough?
Oh, haven't we waited long enough? No, we haven't. And we'll wait twice as long if needs be.
Is that you, Mr. Four? I recognise the patronising tone.
My name is Mark Bonner and I play the 11. He is a Time Lord who from Gallifrey whose previous incarnations are all still within him. And yes, he takes no quarter or gives none.
Their laboratory is at the end of this corridor. We'll kill anyone who doesn't do exactly as they're told.
And yes, he's great fun. I've got a reference, an 11 reference, because there's a few of them although through the years they've become slightly more distinct, but the 2 and 4 and 5 I need always a bit of a reminder, and 10 sometimes. They're I try, as the years go by, I try and differentiate between them a little bit better than I did when I started.
Funnily enough, there are some scenes that we've just done this morning where it's almost like a kind of a weird domestic thing that's going on. So they live for 2 days basically alone on an alien planet. And Adam, what's fun is the dramatic shifts and these kind of all these weird, really distinct personalities that come out. And so, yeah, I like the fact that they sort of live together on an alien world for 2 days, and Adam gets to know these 11 characters, all by their number and by their distinct sort of forms, and then realises that they're all one person. So that moment of realisation is also quite fun as well.
But the arch I came through was buried for millions of years.
Then it can't be the same one, can it?
Oh, so I didn't know someone else had come in.
Oh, now you do then, don't you? 3, don't be rude. Leave us alone, please.
The 11, oh my goodness, I have to sing the praises of Mark Bonner as the 11. First of all, what an incredible concept for a character, but also to pull it off, and to pull it off so well. Mark does an incredible job. I mean, I don't know how he does it, because these different voices, these different iterations of this same character seemingly are coming out of nowhere. Sometimes at some speed, it's flipping from one to the other. And Mark is just phenomenal, and I actually felt it was a real privilege to be hearing him perform this.
Kate and Osgood are such a lovely pairing with Gemma and Ingrid, such lovely actors to write for, and James is Josh Carter as well, and Mark Bonner. Now, I mean, also he's new to this UNIT set, but that was a real pleasure to get to write for him.
I think they're really fantastic. I think what I enjoyed about these ones was the humour that was in them. I mean, there's always humour with the 11, and if there isn't, I'll camp it up and put some in. But I think they've been really well. I haven't done any UNIT before, and it's quite it's quite sort of action-packed and not quite as cerebral as some of the others.
I'm not a soldier. This isn't a military base. It's a scientific facility. We have a few across the country.
Who's we?
UNIT. The Unified Intelligence Task Force.
Well, the international aspect of it is nice as well. We like to have an international footprint with the unit stories. The pace of them is good as well. And they have a fond association for me. I mean, I still remember back in, I think it was 2013. It might have been earlier than that, I can't remember. But getting an email and then a phone call from David in which he said, we've got the license to do UNIT, which was and that was the first new series title. I don't think it was the first one to come out. I can't remember what was, but I think it was the first one that we, as a wee Big Finish, got and worked on. And there was, I remember even writing the storyline, there's a lot of back and forth of the storyline. The storylines had some real pace and energy. I think we had to show that, yes, we could do a really, modern series, fast-paced adventure stories. And they went down very well. I wrote 2 episodes of the first set, Extinction, and then the second set, Shutdown, and those have got very very fond memories for me, and were very well received. My first experience writing modern series stories for Big Finish were UNIT, so it's always a pleasure, and an extra pleasure now that I'm actually getting to script edit them and getting to work with such great writers.
So, this is the plan, is it? Wander the streets aimlessly. Do you mind, Seven? I'm thinking.
We recorded Unit Nemesis 1 remotely. There was still a lot of COVID restrictions in place when we came to record this. So that was an interesting experience because I'm relatively new to Big Finish, and whereas a lot of other people that had been working for Big Finish for years were talking about the pros and cons of recording from home compared to recording in the studio, I had none of that experience because remote recordings was all I'd known. And of course I can work out that there are things that are going to be better about being in a studio, but just the fact that we were able to be recording and still producing these stories while there were so many restrictions in place was a really wonderful thing. And I think that was the sense that I got during our recording session, was that everyone just felt so grateful to be able to be working and to be able to be doing something creative. And everyone seemed to have a really good time. You don't quite get the same banter that you'd have in person, but the banter was still there, and there was still in between recording different scenes and just before we'd go off and have our breaks, people were still having really lovely chats and catching up, and that was really lovely to see. It felt like there was a warm, friendly atmosphere, even though we were all so apart.
It's been very interesting. Yeah, I think the first... I think I worried about the neighbours a little bit on the first time I had to scream as if I was being attacked by an alien. But now that we're sort of settled into it, I'm finding it quite nice, actually. It's almost as if you shut your eyes, we're actually in the Big Finish studios doing it for real. So yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I can see the light from the arch through the cloth. I think I might... Yes, I can see. Oh, thank goodness. The unit co-stars are all delightful so far. Again, I'm quite sad I can't see them because they sound delightful. But yeah, certainly having heard them and chatted to them between takes and also acting alongside them, it's really good bunch of actors, and the sort of the energies that we're all bringing are complementing each other nicely. So yeah, very much enjoying it.